Education RTE Act 2009. So let's start with its introduction. Right to education. The Constitution Act 86 Amendment 2002 inserted Article 21A in the Constitution of India to provide free and compulsory education of all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years as a fundamental right in such a manner as the state may by law determine. The Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, which represents the consequential legislation envisaged under Article 21A, means that every child has a right to full-time elementary education of satisfactory and equitable quality in a formal school which satisfies certain essential norms and standards. Article 21A and the RTE Act came into effect on 1st of April 2010. The title of the RTE Act incorporates the words free and compulsory. Free education means that no child other than a child who has been admitted by his or her parents to a school which is not supported by the appropriate government shall be liable to pay any kind of fee or charges or expenses which may prevent him or her from pursuing and completing elementary education. Compulsory education casts an obligation on the appropriate government and local authorities to elementary provide and ensure admission, attendance and completion of elementary education by all children in the 6 to 14 age group. With this, India has moved forward to a rights-based framework that casts a legal obligation on the central and state governments to implement this fundamental child right as enshrined in the Article 21A. Now we come to features of this act. First one is right of child to free and compulsory education. Every child of the age 6 to 14 years shall have a right to free and compulsory education in a neighborhood school till completion of elementary education. Second, special provision for children and admitted to or who have not completed elementary education. In case a child above 6 years of age has not been admitted in any school or though admitted could not complete his or her elementary education, then he or she shall be admitted in a class appropriate to his or her age. Third, right of transfer to other school. Where in a school there is no provision for completion of elementary education or a child wishes to go to any other school due to any reason, then he will have a right to seek transfer to any other school. Fourth, duty of appropriate government and local authority to establish school. Within 3 years of this act coming into force, the state governments and local authorities will have to establish neighborhood schools where such schools don't exist. Fifth, sharing of financial and other responsibilities. The central government will prepare an estimate of the expenditures involved in enforcing this act and would make available necessary technological assistance and resources to state government. Sixth, duties of appropriate government. The state governments will ensure admission and attendance of each child in the age group of 6 to 14 years. They will also ensure that no discrimination is exercised against children belonging to weak and deprived classes. They will ensure availability of school building, teachers, teaching aids and basic structure, and will make available quality education to children and training to teachers. Seventh, duties of parents and guardians. Each guardian will be responsible to admit his child in the age group of 6 to 14 years in the school. Eighth, appropriate government to provide for preschool education. The state government and local authorities will make necessary provisions for children above 3 years of age for preschool education and child care and education facilities for children from birth to 6 years of age. Ninth, extent of schools' responsibility for free and compulsory education. The government schools will provide free education. In addition, the private and special class schools too will have to reserve 25% of seats for children belonging to economical weaker classes. 10th, no capitation fee and screening procedure for admission. No school will charge any donation or capitation fee or adopt any screening procedure for selection of a child. 11th, proof of age for admission. No child can be refused admission in the absence of birth certificate. 12th, no denial of admission. No child will be denied admission even after the date of admission has passed. 13th, prohibition of physical punishment and mental harassment. No child will be given any physical or mental punishment in any of the RTE schools. 14th, pupil-teacher ratio. Within 6 months of this act coming into force, the state governments and local authorities will have to ensure that the pupil-teacher ratio, excluding the principal, will not exceed 1:40. 15th, filling up vacancies of teacher. The state government and local authorities will ensure that the vacant post of school teacher will not exceed 10% of the total approved post. 16th, norms and standards for school. The school which had been established before the act came into force and did not fulfill the specified norms, they will have to fulfill the norms within 3 years of the act coming into force. 17th, curriculum and evaluation procedure. The academic authority, as specified by the appropriate government, will determine these as per the values inherent in the Constitution and will pay attention to the all-round development of a child while working for freeing him from any fear, trouble, or anxiety. Evaluation will be broad and continuous. 18th, examination and completion certificate. No child will have to appear in any broad examination before completion of his/her elementary education. Each child completing elementary education will be given a completion certificate. 19th, prohibition of private tuition by teachers. No teacher will engage himself or herself in private tuition or private instruction. 20th, prohibition of deployment of teachers for non-educational purposes. Teachers will not be deployed in any non-educational work other than population census and disaster relief. Hope you understand it so well. Thank you for listening.